Hello everybody, my name is Grayson Sisk. I'm here to talk to you all today about Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, aka DMD. Now, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder that causes progressive muscular weakness. Pretty much instead of going and looking like this, you look like this. Now, it primarily affects boys, usually somewhere around the ages of 4. So if you see somebody that has it, you probably already know. Now, some symptoms of DMD might be frequent falls, trouble getting up or running. Some might be waddling gait. Don't know what gait is because I just use ChatGPT. Some might be having larger calves than usual, and some might be muscle loss. Now, some treatments for DMD can be physical therapy or just using medication such as corticosteroids. There are treatments that can help manage the symptoms, but in all honesty, there is zero way that you can actually cure Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Now, if you do have DMD, there are some assistive devices, and you're pretty much gonna have to have these because if you got a wheelchair, then yeah, you need it for sure if it's bad. Now, there are some assistive devices for DMD, such as walking canes with the wheelchairs. It does help with so let's say if you have DMD, it's all over your body, so you won't be able to walk very much, which is where another thing comes in, which is canes or walkers. So another thing that can help you if you have DMD is a walking cane. It's another assistive device that can just help you get from point A to point B. It is another assistive device that can help get you from point A to point B without, you falling and shattering like a Lego person. So, DMD is a genetic disorder that's caused by a mutation on the X chromosome. So it is a X-linked recessive disorder. So basically all that means is that females have 2 X chromosomes, and males have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. Now, a mutated gene from 1 X chromosome causes DMD in males. So that could rather be from your mom or your dad. As long as you have an X chromosome, then that means that you could rather be a carrier or you could have it. So females with 1 mutated gene usually are carriers and don't have any symptoms. But fact check me on this, I don't know. But I don't think you can be a carrier as a male. I think only females can be a carrier. How DMD is passed on, it's usually a mother who is a carrier of it and a father who doesn't have it. So that would mean that there's a 50-50% chance that rather you have a son that's affected by it or a daughter that is a carrier of it. Now, as you can see by my family tree that I have so accurately made, we have my dad's side and my mom's side. Now, let's say that on my mom's side, my grandfather, he doesn't have DMD, but my grandma does. They do the wah and produce my mom and my aunt. Now, my mom got the unfortunate side and was a carrier. My aunt, not so much. Now, let's say that somewhere off of this, my aunt got together with a dude that had DMD, and they had children. Don't know how that would work. So we have my two cousins. Now we have my oldest cousin, who unfortunately is a carrier of DMD, and we have my youngest cousin, who is not. But away from that, back to my side. Now, we have my grandfather, who doesn't have it, my grandmother, who's a carrier of it. They get together, they have my dad. My dad doesn't have it. So, my dad gets together with my mom. And unknowingly, with him not knowing, my mom is a carrier of DMD. So that means that rather one of us is going to be affected. So they get together and they have me and my brother. So as you can see by me standing here, I am not affected by DMD. So that would be me right there. But unfortunately, because it's a 50-50% chance, I think, I don't know, we have my brother who is affected by it. Now, a mother with DMD, which is extremely rare by the way, and a father without DMD, will all have sons with DMD and daughters who are carriers. So, let's say, right, that my mom were to fully have DMD, right? So she fully has DMD. That would mean that me and my brother, instead of my brother only being affected, I would also be affected. So that would mean that I would have had my X chromosome, I think, from my mom, and that X, would it be an X chromosome? I don't know. It's either X or Y, either one. That would mean that at least one of them would have to have came from my mom. So that would mean that my X chromosome, me and my brother's X chromosome, came from our mom, which is the reason why we both have DMD. Yeah! Now, let's say that none of them had DMD. So like my grandma didn't have DMD, my other grandma didn't have DMD. That would leave my mother not being a carrier or at all with DMD, leading for me and my brother to be unaffected. Now, in real life, as you guys can see, I'm not affected. My brother is also not affected. My mother isn't a carrier. My grandmother isn't a carrier. Both my grandmothers aren't carriers. So, that is why you see me here today, and I have such big muskles.
Hello, I'm a helper. Living with DMD requires adjustments to daily routines. Regular stretching. Oh, okay, we got that. Regular stretching to maintain mobility. Yep, he's getting into that. Touch them toes.
Thank you to my assistant. Now, moving on. With having set adjustments to DMD, you would be having to use braces or splints. You'd have to go through medical attention to prevent contractures. So, with that as well, you would have to go through support at school for physical activity. So, probably, having like some kind of apparatus on that could allow you to, you know how you see with those babies, with having to go through support at school for physical activity, you would also have to have attention to emotional and behavioral changes. So let's say right here, you're all yippee-ki-yay, you're all happy, and then you all of a sudden just switch to, I'm angry, rah! Then something could happen. I don't know. But you would have to go through very strict attention, basically. Like a problem child. So some accommodations that you would have if you have DMD would be using assistive devices like a wheelchair or walker. So some accommodations that you would also have to have as well, so some accommodations that you would have to have at home would be like using ramps or something, installing ramps if you have stairs. So that could be anywhere from having one of those motorized chairs that go on stairs, like, you know, that go like this, and
Go like this, but upstairs.
yes, or, you know, just putting, let's say, a ramp on your basic porch. So all in all, just you might need to install some stuff on your house to be able to make it more accessible for people with DMD. So for the medical costs of DMD, now DMD, the treatment itself, can be very expensive due to the fact of it being ongoing medical care and medication. So it could be ranging from like infinite money if you're, you know, just immortal, or it could range from like every session you go, which could be monthly. That could range from $500 per month. So 500 times 12, you're looking at about $5,000 to $6,000 maybe. So yeah, very, very expensive. Now, the emotional impact of DMD could very well be a positive one or a negative one. Because on one hand, you have the family, the average family that's like, oh, you're my special baby, oh, and that actually love and care for you. And on the other hand, you can have the family that you would see at a doorman that's like, I hate you. I hate you. And you see, that can leave them emotionally scarred and traumatized.
I'm gonna
Keep myself safe.
As you can see by that. Overall, DMD can affect your emotional well-being, and it can affect your relationships that you have, whether it be romantic or just relationships with friends. It can affect them very positive. It can affect them positively or negatively, with my demonstration that I did with the Darman videos. Now, with this, there will be challenges, but there's still going to be support available. So like, let's say one of your friends can't come over to like help you or something, or your brother or sister, whoever, can't come over to, you know.
To help?
So let's say they can't come over to help you. Like, you could just phone up a support group and be like, hey, I need this, that, and the other. Like, so you just can't get down the stairs, or you just can't do nothing. You can't get nobody on the phone to help you at all. Phone them up or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But now we move on to the support groups. So, connecting with others with DMD can provide a lot of emotional support for you, because it's like you find people that you can relate to that like have the same things as you.
I'm here for emotional support.
Wow, that is great.
Wait, hold on, let me review that, because I had like this. I was over here looking like Drake. Okay, hold on.
Right. So, finding support groups can be very good with people with DMD, because like you can find people that you connect with.
I'm here for support.
That is great.
Now go!
Yeah.
And with finding that emotional support from people that you can relate to, that also helps with sharing experiences. So, like, I don't know how it would be, but like, let's say you relate to something happening, like, you've fallen down the stairs. You could find somebody else that's fallen down the stairs and y'all can make jokes at it. But with all that being said, DMD sucks. I mean, there's no cure for it. You pretty much get no help. And it's just bad. But don't worry though, because if you do have DMD, not all hope is lost. That just means that you're not like everybody else. That does not sound right. But if you have DMD, don't worry, because all hope isn't lost yet. You still have support groups, you still have medical care, you still have treatment, and as I like to say, you're not broken. You just got a few chips, scratches, and scars. So you're still huffing and puffing along. You're still moving. You're still doing stuff.
I got a lot of stuff.
But
We need to like put bloopers at the end of this video.
yes. But with DMD, the medical centers and treatment centers, I will put on right here, as you can see. But I am Grayson Sisk. This is my presentation for Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. And I would like to welcome aboard Really?
Oh yeah, here's Sawyer too. He's been chilling.
But I would like to thank her for her help, because
We need to cut that little thing out. My titty's just like.
I would like to thank her for her help. She has pretty much made this an enjoyable time. As you can see by her doing the little wavy waves. But yeah.
And I got that camera set up in a good angle.
Oh yeah. She was the camera woman. She was the comedic relief. She helped out a lot. So credit goes to her as well. And Sully for being here.